Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Ashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Come on and join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet.
You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
Oh man. Hey guys. Hey. How are you? Welcome to Think Different TV, where minds meet. My name is Lashia. What's up, y'all? Listen, it has been a crazy day, but we are going to get through this, right? Y'all don't know anything about my crazy day, so let me shut up. Listen, I had an amazing weekend. I think I'm still jet lagged from all of the food that I ate, so please excuse me. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. Some people don't celebrate the holiday, but I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I hope you enjoyed time with your family if that's what you did. Whatever you decided to do over the weekend, I know. I'm a little behind right now. I'm a little jet lagged, like I said, but Think Different TV is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I want to shout out all my TDTV fam all over the country. I love you. You could be anywhere tonight. It is Monday. And you could be anywhere else, but you decided to be right here with me. So I appreciate you. Listen, Think Different TV cannot be made possible without viewers like you and our sponsor. So let's get into it. Our sponsor is Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way, get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG at Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and you want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, please hit up Captain at 267-707-8279. All right. So that is our sponsor. I want to give a quick shout out to Aya Crazy Design. She hooked me up yet again. I'm loving the graphic tee. See that? I wanted to be as bold and have like the purple and the pink, but I was like, that's doing a little bit too much for tonight, because I know right after this, I'm going to have to wash it all off, and glitter and purple and all this stuff just tends to stay. I was like, I'm not going to do all that, but she's repping for me, and Queen is in the back. Shout out to Imitation by Jarrell, who is the artist of this fine piece. All right. So, guys, there's a lot to go through today, but before we even get to the hidden and quitters, I want you to make sure that you hit that like button. All right, subscribe and turn on that notification bell on my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new episodes, replays, or exclusive interviews from Think Different TV. Also, let's share the love by sharing the live. And after you share the live, hashtag TDTV. Let me know that you are doing your thing. I see you out there, Chivalafar. You up there. I saw you in the comments earlier already hashtagging TDTV. I appreciate you so much. So let's just do it, man. Let's get to these hidden and quitters. Hold on, y'all. Because y'all know I'm producing. I'm doing everything myself. So let's get to it. For those of you who don't know, Hidden and Quitters are our trending events in music, sports, political, celebrity, and local news. So let's just get to it. So in music, Hidden and Quitted, over 130 of Lotto songs have been leaked. Some released, some unreleased tracks as well as references to popular hit songs from the catalogs of artists such as Bia and Coi Leray. The fan and haters quickly flooded the comments, debating over the evidence in front of them. Lotto, Bia, and Coi also weighed in, saying yes, while letting the fans know those are the references. But in the industry, a lot of their favorite songs over the years have been collabs from other artists. This is the way it works behind the scenes with some artists. This is the music industry. So just letting y'all know, like, that is how it works. Okay, there's a lot of artists that are perfect example. You think Beyonce wrote Flaws and All? No, is it Flaws and All? No, it's another song. It's another song she did, but Jasmine Sullivan actually did that song first. Whatever song it was. I think it was Flaws and All. Was it Flaws and All? I think it is. But it's a song that was made popular by Beyonce that was first referenced by Jasmine Sullivan and written by her. So this is not news, okay? This is not news. And for everybody to be all in the uproar, like, oh my gosh, you know, this person, that person, people do it all the time. Some of y'all rappers ain't even rapping stuff that they wrote themselves. There's a lot of ghostwriting, a lot of referencing, a lot of this and a lot of that in the music industry. You just gotta know. You gotta know. As much as we would love for our favorite artists to be the writers and singers of our songs and of the songs that they do, sometimes that's not the case. I love Toni Braxton, but a lot of the stuff that she sang was written by Babyface and other writers. She can play really well. She's an awesome musician and she can sing. But the thing about it is that sometimes a lot of the time she doesn't write her own stuff. So there you go. The AMA's production company responds after receiving backlash for cutting Chris Brown's Michael Jackson tribute, saying it was pulled due to creative direction and no fault of Brown's. Live shows change all the time. It's the nature of this business. Unfortunately, the element of the AMAs didn't come together as well as we couldn't align on the performance. So pretty much it didn't have nothing to do with Brown's history and everything like that, which I'm kind of mad that this is one of my hidden critics because I was about to go in. Okay, I was about to go in on the music topic tonight, but you know, we can always pivot. We can always find something else to talk about during that time. In the UK, there was a rap hip hop store with a recording studio in the back called the Boom Box, but the staff who worked there were actually undercover cops. And the shop was a sting operation that tracked young black men in the area. Summer Walker, rocking her baby bump, makes her rap debut with her new single titled Since God Gave You. Of course, she got a mixed reaction in the comments. So what do y'all think of her new single? I don't know. I think it was kind of fire though. I love when people are comfortable enough with their baby bump to show it off. A lot of people was up there like, oh my gosh, her baby bump. But y'all ain't saying nothing about Sierra. Sierra was all up in her video with her third baby bump up there, going whoop 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 and doing all this different stuff. Y'all was saying nothing about no Sierra, but y'all had something to say about Summer Walker because of what she was talking about in the music. Here y'all go, trying to cancel people. Y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to let people have their creative flow or whatever. You know, let them do them. All right. Stop being so judgmental. Don't use the fact that, oh, she gonna be a mom and she got her baby bump all out there. And which call was it Cardi B rapping WAP and she was pregnant? Listen, I think it's fine because they're comfortable with their bodies. Rihanna wasn't doing any music, but she was out there and she was showing her baby bump. Nobody was saying nothing about that. And also, y'all gotta realize, like, these women who are out there showing off their baby bumps, they got husbands and they got, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, they not just out here just pregnant by this dude and that dude and got multiple baby daddies and all that stuff. Like, y'all need to quit, okay? I had to take a sip of my Euphoria water real quick in my Think Different TV stainless steel travel mug. All right. So I'm gonna go to the comments after this one. Let me see. All right. Now, Kevin Gates said he's done rapping about sex after his 19-year-old daughter admits to eating the groceries. Yeah. I can understand why he would suddenly want to change direction. That's not easy news to find out either, that your daughter is eating butt. You can't, like, sometimes daddy be like, daddy's little girl, the girl want to give her dad a kiss on the cheek, but she been kissing other cheeks. Now she can't kiss his cheek. Oh, that's terrible. Let me go to the comments real quick, see who is there. Oh, what's up, Hadia? Thank you for joining in. Wait a minute, let me see. Trevo said, oh, wait a minute, hold up. Hadia is up on here. Trevo LaFarre said, I've helped pin R&B tracks behind the scenes. I was like 1 out of 3 writers. Exactly. So, like I said, what? She munching for lunch. Oh my gosh. I can't. So anyway, Exhibit said he found an Apple AirTag tracking device on his car. Now, this is very serious, y'all. People putting Apple AirTag tracking devices in people's cars, be able to follow, see where they're going, everything like that. And with all the craziness that's happening with these rappers and everything getting killed and all this stuff, I think it is very, very, this is something that should be taken very seriously. Like, I don't think they should take it lightly. I think, with him having that tracking device on his car, a lot of people can find out where he's at, and that puts his life in danger, puts his family in danger. So, like I said, this is not something that should be taken lightly. Oh my gosh, Blueface and Krishan, when is these people not going to be in the news? Okay, I'm really upset. So, of course, Blueface has gotten sprung out, all right, of jail. He's been what is it called? He's been bailed out. That's what it is. He's been bailed out. And him and Krishan had an interview with Twitch streamer Kai Cenat. It ends in chaos after Rock throws a person into a couch and a chair into a wall. She straight up threw a chair into a wall, yo, made a hole, and then when they was like, yo, you put a hole in my wall, she was like, you rich, you can pay, you can fix it. What? And I was surprised they didn't kick them out right then and there. Like, who is Blueface and Krishan? Like, first of all, is Krishan like his bodyguard or something like that? And who is Blueface that people is letting him do all this crazy stuff to their property, and they not calling them out on it? Like, anyway. Kelly Rowland said Chris Brown deserves grace and forgiveness just the same as anyone else who royally screws up, including forgiving him for beating Rihanna. I mean, if Rihanna can forgive him, as far as the Apple AirTag, Triva Fire said, scary, I got an iPhone. If you don't lock it, people can access and turn on your Bluetooth if you were previously connected to a device of anyone else, if you don't remove the device after transfer. So that's very scary. So they can still follow your device if you hook up via Bluetooth to another device. Let's say y'all just sharing files and then y'all disconnect, but y'all didn't disconnect. You get what I'm saying? She was fire said, do you smell what Krishan is cooking? Yo, because she's crazy. All right. Anyway, DDG makes a post on Instagram discouraging people from getting veneers, claiming they're pointless, and that his two front teeth have been in constant pain for the past year with sensitivity issues. I can see how that could happen. Keisha Cole shares that SGE recently had surgery to bring her. Oh, that she recently had surgery to bring her iconic gap back for her upcoming biopic. Said it took 3 hours. The surgery took 3 hours. What? She did all that work to get her gap closed, and then she goes and open it back up for her biopic. That's very dangerous. But I guess the dentist that did it said it was okay. I don't know. Once you gotta make a decision. Like, I know things are reversible, but once you make a decision to do something, just stick with it, because you never know what can come of you reversing it. It's just too much. Glorilla's Anyway Life's Great EP sold 29K on the first week of being released. This is a great look for her. Way to go on your debut project. Sunny Digital reacts to Saweetie. I think it's Sunny Digital. Reacts to Saweetie only selling 2,000 copies on her first week of release. Sunny tweets. 13 million followers, hundreds of likes on pictures, but album sold less than 2,000 copies. That's crazy. The math ain't adding up. Yeah. And some of the comments was like, they not really trying to see you rap. They're trying to see you strip. They trying to see you in the bed. That's what they trying to see. Let me see something, y'all. All right, so I wonder why that's not coming up. All right, what else? Let's see what else is going on. Hidden and Quit Is for a Reason. Hit Maka responds to Saweetie's mixtape cell number saying this is bad A&R vibe. Someone is supposed to tell you this ain't it. He also has issues with her having multiple platinum singles and not sticking with the same formula that got her there. Someone has got to get fired. J. Breezy responds to Saweetie saying women are running rap due to so much violence and disrespect in male music. Thank God someone with some common sense pumped her brakes. J. responded by saying, okay, we rap violence, but y'all music basically encourages women to only date men for money and put price tags on your cat. So we all fucked up, to be honest. Y'all ain't making it no better than the males. Quote, end quote. All right. A Beijing court has sentenced Chinese-born Canadian musician Chris Wu to over 13 years for crimes including sexual assault. But the R word. Celebrity news. Julia Fox is giving some insight on her past feelings with Kanye West. The actress claims she only dated Ye to keep him away from Kim Kardashian and amid their divorce. She said, maybe I can distract them, like just get him to like me. Yeah, I did it myself. So I'm just saying, if anyone could do it, I knew it would be me. Because when I set my mind, I'm sorry, I got a little carried away and lost my place. Because when I set my mind to something, she has a mind. Oh, I can do it. August Alsina announces he has a boyfriend. But are we really shocked? To watch him over the years, you never know what he's going to hit us with next. Entanglements. All right. Fox News anchor Tucker. Why can't I say this? Tucker Carlson reports that Balenciaga is in hot water. The popular luxury brand recently dropped a campaign for some of the new objects they will be selling. In the photos feature children holding teddy bears with harnesses on. Some social media users are referring it to BDSM outfits. A lot of people were going in on them and saying that Balenciaga is promoting kitty porn. Um, there's a lot to go into that. I'm not going to go too deep into it. That is definitely a hit it and quit it topic for me, but I know there are other platforms that are going into depth about it, so keep a lookout for those. Kobe Bryant's daughter, Natalia Bryant, is scared and seeking the help of the LAPD as she received disturbing DMs from a gun-toting, obsessed stalker who's been doing everything he can to find her. He told her, "I want us to have a Kobe-like child together." Didn't I just talk about sexual harassment online last week on my show? Crazy. Call the police. All right. Ari Fletcher, also known as Ari the Don, tweets, "What's the point of seatbelts on an airplane? Come on, people. Twitter just a place to ban it, to abandon the wildest thoughts and statements." Kanye West said he went from a multi-billionaire to not being able to use his Apple Pay. "It can happen to all Americans for saying the wrong thing out loud." Balenciaga posts a response about the whole thing. I just talked about it a couple of minutes ago. I wish all that was together, but they apologized for displaying unsettling documents in their campaign. They say, "We take this matter very seriously and are taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for our spring 23 campaign photo shoot. We strongly condemn abuse of any children in any form. We stand for children's safety and well-being." But y'all approved it though. Y'all approved it. Y'all definitely approved it. Come on, let's not fake the fun. Y'all know that y'all put the stamp of approval on this, and then y'all want to backtrack like you're gonna find the parties responsible for all of this. It was y'all. It was y'all. Oh my gosh. Anyway, a new study suggests that Bruce Lee may have died from drinking too much water 50 years ago. The study claims Lee drank more water than his body could handle, and the real cause of death is hyponatremia. It's just a theory, y'all. It's just a theory. Charleston White pulls out a gun during a heated argument after an interviewer asked him to stop dissing King Von and FBG Duck. That was disturbing to watch. Y'all can find the video somewhere. Yeah, he's an idiot. Kanye West showed his Yeezy team explicit images of Kim Kardashian, according to Bombshell New claims in a scathing Rolling Stone published report on Tuesday. One young creative claimed that West showed him an explicit picture of the reality TV star, 41 years old at the time, during a 2018 job interview. Who hasn't seen Kim K naked? Okay, thank you. They should have said that old thing. Billionaire Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys in 1989, but he's been called out for his racism multiple times throughout the years. He was found in a photo in Little Rock, Arkansas, speaking out against the desegregation. Well, the desegregation thing that was happening at the time. Renowned photographer Misan Harriman, who is a regularly booked photographer, speaks out against Balenciaga on their recent actions and said he's horrified and it's unacceptable. Again, that should have been Balenciaga stuff. Moving on. The Colorado shooter's dad responded to his son's murdering people when he learned it was a gay bar. He was just hoping his son isn't gay. He said, "I'm a conservative Republican and homosexuality is not tolerated amongst us." So he didn't care that his kid killed all these people. He just cared if his son was gay. Yeah. Krishan Rock uses her hands for more than throwing punches, as she shows us a video of her preparing the Thanksgiving Day macaroni with her hands. Oh my gosh. Tia Mowry stops by today's show to open up about her recent divorce, a 14-year recent divorce to 14. Well, oh my gosh. opens up about her recent divorce. She had a 14-year-old marriage to Corey Hardrick. Yeah, very sad, unfortunate. People get divorced. Here's my thing about it. Yeah, they were together for a long time. They probably reached that 14-year itch. And people say that he probably was cheating on her anyway. We don't know. We don't know. But I really wish that people would stop investing so much time into celebrities' personal lives. This is why I do hit it and quit it. Because I just kind of like talk about it, move on, because they ain't paying my bills. Kim K and Tristan Thompson joined forces to give back while hosting Friendsgiving with prisoners from Camp Kilpatrick. Squid Game star Oh Young Soo. Oh Young Soo has been indicted on charges of indecent assault after being accused of inappropriately touching a woman in 2017. He denies all allegations, saying, "I only held the woman's hand to guide her around the lake." If y'all don't know who Oh Young Soo is, Oh Young Soo is the old man that was in Squid Games. He was the old man. A Bambi horror movie is in the works from sources of the director of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Bambi will be a vicious killer machine that will lurk in the wilderness. Thank you, Disney, for ruining another childhood classic, as if you haven't tortured us enough over the past 10 years. Kanye West calls out celebrities for not condemning Balenciaga after they were accused of sexualizing children in a recent ad, saying all celebrities are controlled. Jeff Bezos is donating $123 million through dozens of grants to help end homelessness. I am homeless. I am in an apartment. I would like to be in a home. If you want to send some of them grants my way so that I can own my first home, that would be great, Jeff Bezos. Florida woman says after wait a minute, sues after claiming Velveeta cup of macaroni takes longer than the 3.5 minute ready time. It said on the box. She's asking for $5 million. That should have been in the other news. Anyway, sports. Eagles. I'm not talking about nothing else under the sports category, strike all the other stuff. Yes, Eagles won against the team we was playing against on Sunday night. It's irrelevant what the team was. I don't even know who it was, but we beat them. That's all that matters. Case closed. Eagles now 10-1. Or is it 10-1? Yeah, 10-1. Political news: U.S. to send Ukraine another blah 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 blah. Moving on. Other news: former college student sentenced to 10 years for selling 73 guns to an undercover cop. Austin, PA. State. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the other part, but we're gonna kind of just skip all of this. Skip all of this. Yeah. Let's skip all of that. Local news. Oh my gosh. Thanksgiving. I really want to talk about this real quick. Wallow. I love you so much. You are truly you are a true beacon in the community. You have been doing a lot, and I think it's just he's trying to do too much, y'all. So he said that he was going to rent out a Target for Thanksgiving, and people could just come down, fill up their baskets and whatnot, or carts, and leave. Then he said, I'm treating only the first 15 people to show up to Target. I will pay for their shopping orders. Then he gets to Target on Thanksgiving and realize that Target is closed on Thanksgiving. Yeah, so he showed up to the door looking all dumb in the face. Those who showed up, he did pull them off some money or whatever, just trying to, be about his word. It's okay, Wallow. It's okay. There was a long line in front of Target on Thanksgiving. It's crazy. Yeah, he took a L on that one. Oscar-winning singer and actress Irene Cara for singing the theme songs for Fame and Flashdance passed away at the age of 63. She also played Sparkle. She also was in DC Cab. So our condolences to her family. What's really sad about that, maybe we'll talk about that on the music segment. But yeah, new music releases upcoming. Chula Fire has December. The Weekend is releasing Dawn FM. I'm Young P. Track Luther King. That's coming up. Corday from A Bird's Eye View and Gunna DS Forever. Uncle Marvin Music's Rap Hooks. All right, let's get to that. www.raphooks.com. Rap Hooks, a platform created by Uncle Marvin Music on IG, is where you could take courses on creating hits, branding, streaming, social media marketing. Why do I always say marketing before the media? Social media marketing, music marketing, learning how to monetize your platforms, landing placements and major playlisting, collaborating with any artist, producer, or engineer 24/7 worldwide, and showcasing your talents to the world. Follow him and tell him Chibula Fire sent you, and get started today on taking your music career to the next level. Rap Hooks works for us, works with us, not for us. I'm sorry about that, y'all. And before I forget, y'all, I have a show. So let me throw that up there. If you're in the Philadelphia area and you're looking for something to do on December 9th, your girl has a show, The Experience, at Plays and Players, located at 1714 Delancey Street in Philly. It's at 9 p.m. The doors open at 8. There's a $10 cover, only $10. I will be sharing a stage with Demetrius Ford and my bro, D Brown, who has been on the show multiple times. So yeah, definitely come check me out. And shout out to the other podcasts I tune into, The Rabbit Hole 13 with Taj Mahal, Bianca Monroe, and Mr. Cheese, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Foreplay with B. Is hosted by B. Monroe, Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You better not bring your kids. All right. So that wraps up our Hit It and Quit It. So let me go and fix it. Let me take a sip of my water real quick out of my Think Different TV travel mug. Stainless steel, might I add. We about to get into this topic tonight. But before I even jump into that, I need a little break. So I'm going to shout out my sponsor. The sponsor is Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG at Euphoria Water, UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want to have Euphoria Water delivered to your home, you can call Captain at 267-707-8279. All right, y'all. So that is our sponsor, Euphoria Water. Whoop, whoop. And now we're about to get into our hot topic.
I'm coming in hot.
All right, y'all. So listen, last week I wrapped up my sexual harassment series. It has been receiving a lot of great feedback. But another major topic that has been racking my brain has been adult bullying. So much so, I have decided to end my first season of Think Different TV with a 5-part series, if you will, on adult bullying. And woo, it's going to be a doozy, y'all. But this first one is, the first part is adult bullying in the workplace. Now, I'm going to leave that up for a little bit while I figure out what's going on with my Facebook. I have to go back, got to figure out what is going on, because I definitely want y'all on Facebook to also get in on this, okay? I want to know why I can't go live. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with my Facebook? I have to go there back. It is. So it is up and running. And I wonder why I'm private. It's supposed to be public. There you go. So now I'm up and running on Facebook as well. Yay! All right. Like I said, this is our part 1 of our 5-part series of adult bullying in the workplace. All right. So let's define what a bully is, shall we? A bully is a person who habitually seeks to harm or intimidate those whom they perceive as vulnerable. All right. Now, we all ask, why do they bully? All right. They bully to, 1, control. Bullies who get away with this as children often grow into adults who bully in social groups when they feel threatened or competitive, or it could be a coping strategy. Bullying can be a way to deal with anxiety that comes from life changes due to age. Continuation of a role. The person who has always been the boss may want to keep being the boss. They look for attention and respect as a leader from the followers. And dementia. Some bullying behavior may be related to dementia and other cognitive deficits. They may cause disinhibition. Wow, I use a lot of big words there. A lot of 50-cent words. Sorry, y'all. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right. So, adult bullies are the worst. They are the worst because they have managed to get to an age where it is now a learned behavior that cannot fully be untaught. There is still hope. Think of the tale of Ebenezer Scrooge, which we're going to hear a lot of this Christmas. However, in many cases, it is unlikely. Adult bullies target the victims in many of those same ways children who bully do. TikToker Stay Hall gives us the rundown. So let's get into that.
So, if you didn't know, there is a such thing as adult bullying. And it happens all the time, and because we're adults, sometimes we don't want to see it that way or we're completely oblivious. But let me give you some tips. If someone is constantly making you feel as if you have to explain every decision that you make, that's a bully. If someone is always trying to make you explain why you're friends with certain people or stop you from being friends with certain people, that's a bully. If someone tries to manipulate your time and cross your boundaries often, that's a bully. Don't be a victim, girl. Stand up for yourself. No means no. Period.
Girl and guy, okay? We don't want to discriminate. We don't want to say just girl. We don't want to just say it's just girls getting bullied at the workplace. That is not it. We're not trying to say only women get bullied. Men get bullied too. It's just in a different way. There's a lot of different ways that men get bullied and women get bullied. Have you ever been bullied? We're going to get into that really soon. While many people think that bullying only occurs amongst children, it can also happen in the workplace among adults. No matter what the age of a bully, they are opportunistic and tend to prey on people they perceive as a threat or that they dislike because of their differences. Adult bullies almost always bully others continuously, and when one target leaves, quickly pick another. Target make the bully feel insecure or threatened. Adult bullying can be more of a challenge to handle because it is harder to recognize and not as widely accepted as the bullying that occurs with children. Now, you're probably wondering, why is the first part of the series adult bullying in the workplace? Well, this came to my mind after recent events in Chesapeake, Virginia. For those who have not heard about this recent tragedy, I'll summarize what happened. All right. 31-year-old Andre Bing, a night manager at a Walmart days before Thanksgiving, took the lives of co-workers, 5 adults and 1 minor, before unaliving himself. This was indeed tragic, and my condolences to the families of the victims. A follow-up to the story includes the last message, a manifesto, if you will, by Bing himself. A last message in which he says, "I was harassed by idiots with low intelligence and a lack of wisdom." Redacted and the associates orchestrated it. They laughed and made subtle cold speeches, which I eventually found out. And he also said in his last message, "I thought Redacted was my friend, but he betrayed me. Betrayal is one of the worst feelings next to regret." And he goes on to talk about what I interpret as adult bullying, excluding him, all of those things. Now, there is no excuse for him doing what he did, but I understand his reasoning behind what he did. God is the only judge, in my opinion, and so I am not judging him, nor am I agreeing with what he did. I don't want there to be any misconception with what I'm talking about right now. What I will say is I understand his frustration. I truly do. All right. Work environments minus professionalism equals a high school atmosphere with adults. Let's be honest. We have all been in that work environment, whether we want to admit it or not. Workplace bullying is the repeated health harming mistreatment of another, of one or more employees of an employee. Abusive conduct that takes the form of verbal abuse or behaviors perceived as threatening, intimidating, or humiliating. Work sabotage, or in some combination of the above. Now, this is not to be confused with harassment, all right, which violates a target's civil rights and occurs when the target is a member of a protected status group such as race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, and sexual orientation. All right. So before I jump into the statistics and info, I ask you in the comments, have you been bullied at work? Have you been a bully at work? Oh, a lot of people not going to answer that question truthfully. I know that for sure. When you saw a person being bullied, did you A, stand up for them, B, join in, or C, stay silent? I want you all to explode the comments. Let me know what's going on. I'm going to come back to the comments after this video by TikToker Mike Leader Dev.
I want to talk about bullying in the workplace, not advocating it, quite the reverse. The last 3 years or so have been pretty hard on a lot of people, and there are many individuals who are not as resilient as they were. We live in unsettled and unsettling times. Bullying under normal circumstances is horrendous. I think that if ever there was a time when we had to stamp it out, or at least diminish it greatly, then it's got to be now. It's a destructive and pernicious behaviour. Bullying has been associated with a greater risk of CVD. CVD here meaning cardiovascular disease. Just think about that for a second. Bullying has also been linked to diabetes, suicide, and post-traumatic stress. And what this little graph is showing us is that even people who have high personal resources, in other words, they're pretty robust and resilient, even they, if the bullying becomes intense enough, will develop mental health, psychological issues. So no one is invulnerable to the bully. Workplace bullying is defined as situations where an employee repeatedly and over a prolonged period of time is exposed to harassing behaviour from one or more colleagues, including subordinates and leaders, and where the targeted, what a horrible word, the targeted person is unable to defend themselves against this systematic mistreatment. Workplace bullies, not their victims, score high on the dark triad. Dark triad being psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. They're low, is this a surprise? On agreeableness and honesty and humility. Now, if you've been paying attention to some of the other videos that I've recorded, you may have heard me talk about the need to be honest and the need for humility in leadership positions. That's one of the reasons why. I've also explored agreeableness and disagreeableness in terms of leaders. What about tactical bullying? What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is that it's not spontaneous. It's not something that arose out of a situation. It is premeditated. It is malice aforethought. Well, maybe it's driven by jealousy. There are two types of envy. One is where we want to level ourselves up. We want to get that type of car. We want that type of job. And that can be very healthy. It motivates us. We set goals, we achieve. But there's a different type of envy. And that type of envy is where we level others down. We bring them down. We're envious of them. And instead of competing fairly, we sabotage them. One reason that that can happen is because someone has fragile self-esteem. Low self-esteem, yes, that can cause an individual to bully, but they are often not energized enough to do much about it. But fragile self-esteem, which means it can be relatively high but is precarious, yes, they can, because when they experience threats to their reputation, they may be motivated to act in aggressive ways. In other words, somebody's a threat. They're threatening the fragility. I must act. I must pounce. I must attack. So what can we do to protect ourselves against bullying behaviours and bullies? Well, one thing we can do is to set up a psychologically safe environment. That's one of the reasons that I've talked about that before. It's very difficult for the bully, or at least bullying behaviours, to exist in such an environment. We also should pay attention to promoting supportive leadership styles, like ethical leadership. How remotely ethical is bullying? Well, not at all. So if we have an ethical leader or an ethical leadership team, they would hopefully be on the lookout for such behaviour and would encourage the reporting of it. Authentic leadership should also be encouraged. The authentic leader tends to be very transparent in their dealings. They tend also to be someone who's high in integrity, and because they want to generate relationships and be open, they're likely to encourage any disclosure about bullying behaviour and can therefore act. The transformational leader is keen to develop everyone, to help them be as good as they can be, and in a learning environment like that, open conversations are encouraged. And so hopefully any odd behaviours from some individuals who would be bullies is nipped in the bud. So if we go back to this slide here, the psychopath may come across as your best friend, but they are just as likely to throw you under a bus because they don't care, because they're low in empathy. And if you're in the way, or maybe they just want to have some fun, then they can and often will bully. The narcissist also, particularly if they feel threatened, will bully. Machiavellianism, however, is, according to this research, the strongest predictor of bullying. Again, someone can be Machiavellian and have an overlap between psychopathy and narcissism. That's why I say in teams, in leadership, honesty and transparency is crucial. If this affects you, please don't suffer in silence. Reach out. Here are some websites that may be of use to you. And please feel free to share this video.
Thank you, Mike, Leader Dev. All right, that was a lot of information to digest. And while I digest it, let's just check out the comments. Hi, Bianca. What's up, girly? Bianca is the host of Foreplay with B, and she is also one of the hosts of the Rabbit Hole 13. She co-hosts with Taj Mahal and Mr. Chi. So check them out here on YouTube. And Will is in the building. He said, have no fear, I'm here. What's up, bro? I appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Like I said, we're going to be talking about adult bullying in the workplace. Now, feel free to sound off in the comments. Let me know if you've ever been bullied in the workplace. If you have ever, now this is different from being harassed in the workplace. Bullied in the workplace. Now, this means people excluding you from certain things, giving eye rolls and, doing all this and talking to you all crazy. Yeah, if you have been bullied at the workplace, please sound off right now. Have you been a bully? A lot of people ain't going to be honest about that. But if you have and you don't want to tell nobody, just put the eyes emoji. Let me know. And you might not even know that you were bullying someone. All right. Now, and Will says something really interesting. He said, I don't know, sis. Seems like the same thing to me, meaning harassment and bullying. Well, I'm going to run down that difference really quickly one more time. Now, like I said in my notes, as I scroll back up, workplace bullying is the repeated health-harming mistreatment by one or more employees of an employee. Abusive conduct takes the form of verbal abuse or behaviors perceived as threatening, intimidating, or humiliating. Work sabotage, or in some combination of the above, is not to be confused with harassment, which violates a target's civil rights and occurs when the target is a member of a protected status group, such as race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, and sexual orientation. So, what's up, Ronan? How are you? And Will says that he has been bullied. So, being bullied, people that look like you, right? People that look like you, excluding you from activities, doing little snickers and everything behind your back, sabotaging your work. You can have a boss look just like you that's doing all this to you. Now, harassment is when racism comes into play, when, you know, your religion is coming into play, all of that. What's up, Brink Young? How are you? Brink Young from the South Memphis slums. How are you tonight? Um, I'm sorry. Look, I'm geeking a little bit. Bianca Monroe says, I was told I was a bully because I was hanging with the funny people who would crack jokes all day, but I've never personally bullied anyone. All right. And Will said, yes, definitely been bullied. Probably a combination now that I understand the difference. So, now Bianca said, so am I a bully? And I see, here's the thing. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you what it looks like. I'm gonna break everything down. I'm just gonna go peruse my notes once again. So like I said, when you saw someone being bullied, did you stand up for them, join in, or stay silent? All right, that really determines if you're a bully or not. Now, I think all three of them are bad. When you stand up for them, it could possibly make you a target, but also in this, depending on who the bully is, you can lose your livelihood. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying don't stand up for them, but just know the proper channels to protect that person and protect yourself at the same time. You definitely don't want to join in. And if you stay silent, you're just one of the sheeple. So here we go. Ronan said, I've seen that. It happens a lot more than people would like to admit. Try said, what's up, Lashia? What's up, Try? I appreciate you for stopping through before the Jeopardy. Thank you so much. He also said, let's go. But y'all got beat by the Cowboys, so I know that was a hurt piece. Ouch. Ouch. While our Eagles are thriving. Now, Bianca said I would stand up for them when they took the jokes too far. Okay. All right. That's beautiful. Let me see. Make sure y'all hashtag TDTV. Make sure y'all share the love by sharing the live. And keep me up here. All right. I would like to be around for a long time. I am finishing out the year with a 5-part series on adult bullying. And then we're going to go into our second season of Think Different TV. Isn't that exciting? So, yeah. So back to the topic at hand, which is adult bullying in the workplace. Now, let me go back to my, y'all. It's crazy. But exciting at the same time. All right, so back to my notes. Now, according to www.atlantictraining.com, workplace bullying is a growing concern in the U.S. The workplace tends to have a competitive nature in a hierarchy and is a common location for adult bullying. In fact, 43% of remote workers are bullied. 61% of bullying is same-gendered. 30% of American adults are bullied on site. So that means while they're at work. 19% have witnessed the bullying. 63% are aware that bullying in the workplace occurs. 76.3 million workers are affected by bullying, and 77% of people who become the targets of workplace bullying leave their place of employment. All right. Now, if you don't know, now you know. And with that, I'm going to tell you about the 5 archetypes of adult bullies. Now, here we go. Number 1 is narcissistic, self-centered, not empathetic, little anxiety about consequences, seems to feel good about oneself, but has brittle narcissism that requires putting others down. And when I saw this, I thought of Kevin Spacey's character in Horrible Bosses, because he was just terrible, right? He didn't even care he was gonna go to jail for shooting that dude. He definitely shot that dude. But sorry if you didn't see Horrible Bosses, but you wouldn't even know who I'm talking about. But yeah, he didn't care. And he would do stuff to which caused character that was just like, oh my gosh, like I could see why he would be a horrible boss. And he was definitely a bully. All right. Then you have impulsive. Impulsive is spontaneous, playing their bullying out less, hard time restraining one's behavior, even if consequences are likely. It may be unintentional though. It happens when the bully is upset about something unconnected to the victim. Like, let's say for example, they wrote up a report and then their boss harped on them. So then they take it out on everybody else. That's like an impulsive bully. All right. Physical. A physical adult bully resorts to physical confrontation. Some may not physically harm victims, but may use the threat of harm or physical domination through looming. And they also cause destruction of property if they can't get to the person. Then you have verbal adult bullying. They start rumors or use sarcastic or demeaning language to dominate or humiliate another person. And it may be difficult to document or to prove is bullying, because sometimes people be like, oh, that's just such and such. That's just how he is. That's just how she is. Or they're so slick with it. You really have to have a recorder all the time, because you never know when they're going to say something in a bullying sense. All right. And it may result in reduced job performance and even depression. And secondary adult bullying, they join into the bullying to avoid being bullied as well. All right. So what exactly is workplace bullying? Now, it's falsely accusing the target of making errors. But let's put a pause in there, because before we even jump into this, I want to actually show y'all a video that I found that was very interesting. And it pretty much sums up like what the signs are of workplace bullying.
So here are my top 3 red flags of workplace bullying. The first is that you're seeing signs of power and control. You are feeling like a child working for a parent instead of an adult working for another adult. You're feeling less than, you're feeling not good enough, you're feeling devalued. And it's probably because of the second red flag, where they've made you out to be the problem. So whether you're sensing it because you're feeling isolated and excluded, or you've heard of false accusations and actual unethical communications, maybe you're being neglected, maybe there's been some career sabotage or demeaning of your role. Whatever the demeaning, humiliating, threatening, intimidating tactic is, you feel like they're all about winning at your expense. And the third red flag is that they're polarizing people. We see this a lot when bullying escalates to mobbing, where instead of just one perpetrator, you have a group of people. And that really cranks up when you report the situation to HR or a higher up and they ignore the problem or they retaliate against you because they see you as a threat of liability. They're listening to their legal department, and their legal department is telling them that if they respond and they take care of it, then they can open themselves up to a lawsuit. So document what you're going through so that you can remind yourself that you're not the problem and keep looking for those 3 main red flags.
All right, guys. So back to what exactly is workplace bullying, right? So one is falsely accusing the target of making errors, continually changing the rules or metrics for success, constantly criticizing and refusing to acknowledge quality work, starting malicious rumors about the target, isolating the target from others, and using nonverbal intimidation tactics such as glaring or the silent treatment. And there was a guy on TikTok who actually talked about the silent treatment at work.
We have to talk about this question. I'm sorry, but this is bullying. Co-workers ignoring you. That is bullying. First and foremost, we need to send Daniela love and strength. Every single workplace has loads of policies, including one for bullying. But sadly, they're mostly just for show. I mean, normal company protocol is to report it to your higher ups. But with my experience, these kind of things just get swept under the rug. The silent treatment, ignoring people, it's so immature. And it says a lot about the people that do it. Remember, hurt people hurt people. Like honestly, you could think about getting another job, but then why should you have to run? I guess it all depends on how much you want to work there. If you want to carry on saying hello but not expecting a response back, then carry on doing that. And if you feel like ignoring them, then just say nothing. But just be aware those kinds of silences are toxic. And yes, I'm speaking from experience. And by the way, I chose to stay, meet them head on, and keep shining. And no, it didn't get any easier, but I did get stronger. And I'm sure you will too. Sending you all the positive, beautiful, cosmic blessings in the universe for your journey ahead. Big love.
I don't know about y'all, but I really like his accent. I really love his accent. And I can't imagine somebody like it has happened to me at the workplace. I will get into that a little bit later, but here's some other signs. Yelling at or publicly humiliating the target, stealing credit for work done by the target. I've had that happen, y'all. Making unreasonable demands, sabotaging the target's work. I've had that happen. Discounting the target's feelings or perspective. Oh, honey child, I have had that happen. All right. Removing areas of responsibilities without cause, constantly changing work guidelines, establishing impossible deadlines that will set up the individual to fail, withholding necessary info or purposely giving the wrong info, physically abusing or threatening abuse. Y'all, it's time for story time, all right? So, y'all, a lot of people already know, but I used to work for a drugstore. I'm not really going to get into what the drugstore is, but if you know me or you heard my stories before, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Ooh, I got a shiny pen that says Think Different TV on me. All right, anyway. So, squirrel, right? So anyway, so I'm working for this company, and I didn't realize this was a form of bullying until I started doing my research. But withholding information, oh my gosh, that is like it. That's the bullying that got me, right? So I started working at the job in 2005. I started at 9th and Market, and I was 18 years old, first real job. I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. They killed my confidence quickly, okay, honey? So anyway, so after a while of me being there, I started working in the cosmetic department. I was working at the front. They was like, okay, Kyle, you're getting to be a little advanced. We can actually use you on the floor a lot more. So how about we put you in cosmetics? Great, let's do it. So I became a beauty advisor. Super excited to be a beauty advisor, right? Like, now my senior beauty advisor, I'm not gonna say her name on here because it's really not important. I'm just gonna say that This lady was the reason why I started being a hard ass at work. Okay, why I started to just kind of do research on my own and just find out the ins and outs of the job instead of expecting people to tell me. Because so the withholding information part, when you're in when we used to be in cosmetics back in the day, they used to do promotional monies, PMs, right? So this was money you would receive as an incentive for getting people to buy certain items. So let's say they want me to sell this stainless steel travel mug with Think Different TV on it, right? Now they would say, for every one of these you sell, you're gonna get $1. So we like, ooh, let's sell a lot of these, right? But I had no idea that this was in place. I would notice that on the bottom of my slip, when you it's like the slip that we used to be able to print out at the end of the night to go with our paperwork, and they still do it, but it was a different way back then. It was like you had to hit something and then it would pop out, right? So when it print out at the bottom, it would have like this little dollar amount, and I always wondered what that dollar amount was. I was like, what the hell is that, right? And I would notice that it would fluctuate. Sometimes it'd be 5 cents, sometimes it'd be $7. Sometimes I was like, oh, what is this? Well, anyway, the senior beauty advisor did not want to go to the meeting up at the district office. Now, my mom works in the district office. So she was like, well, you know, Kai, you can go because you can just ride with your mom. And she really didn't want to go. She wanted to stay at the store. And there was a reasoning behind it. She wanted to stay at the store. It was around the holiday, I believe. It was some holiday going on. Well, anyway, so I said, no problem. I'll go to the meeting. So I go to the meeting and everybody's talking about PMs. So I was like, what is PMs? Why do they keep talking? What is PMs? So they was like, oh, you don't know what PMs are? How you're a beauty advisor and you don't know what PMs are? And I'm like, because nobody never told me. So it was like, oh, wow. So then they started putting me on the game. They was like, yeah, you will go here to print up all the PMs, and this is how you would find out what you make money off of, and all these different things. Like you sell this, you get $5, and this, that, and the third. And the great thing about PMs is that when you get paid, they take your base pay, tax it, but all the PMs are untaxable. So they just add that money back on. So you make $500 in promotional monies, that's your money. Like there is not going to be taxed. What? How could I not know this? Because the person who was in position who could have taught me all of these things did not teach me these things. And so when I came back and now I know what items can make me money and add money on top of my paycheck, now I'm low-key pissed because I'm like, you did not tell me this. You kept me in the stock room. You never really showed me all of these tricks and tips and all this different stuff, how I could make extra money. And now she pissed because now she knows she done messed up. Because now a whole new world has been opened up to me that was never opened up to me before. When my eyes were open, honey, they was never closed again. So I knew why she was always hogging the register. Why she was always like, oh, I'll ring that person up. No worries, this and the third. And I thought it was just, she was just trying to be, because she been there so long, I thought it was because she knew the customers and she really wanted to build a rapport with the customers. But hell, I want to build a rapport with the customers too, you know. But then I was also like, I do like my alone time. I do like being in the stock room. So I didn't really think much of it before this meeting. But now I know that I can make extra money, and you've been keeping me in the stock room, and you've been telling me, oh, you don't need to ring that up, and you don't need to ring that up. And when certain people will ring stuff up, and I always wondered why when I would ring something up, she would get so upset because she would be like, oh, I told you not to touch the register. When I'm here, you can't touch the register. And I'm like, but you was on break. So what I'm supposed to do? for that 30 minutes you're not here, just not ring people up. You know, like she was like, but you can go to the register up to the front. You don't have to ring on this register right here. And now I'm starting to realize why she was saying it. Because you could only get promotional monies, right? Well, actually, I could have got promotional monies at the front register too, but it wouldn't count as a red zone sale. But then I was like, you want to risk a red zone sale just so I don't ring up on the register? Like, I was like, this lady crazy. So me finding that out, I was like, oh, you a whole bully. Because after I found out all the information, then she started being different towards me. She started being meaner towards me. She started to criticize everything that I did. And I was like, what are you doing? And then one time when her daughter started working at the store too, she was like, well, I want my daughter in cosmetics. And then they tried to put me up front, and she had a lot of pull. So they put me up front to ring at the front register and teach new people that came in and stuff like that, just to keep me from being over in cosmetics. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But guess what? I got the last laugh because I ended up getting my own store twice. So that just goes to show you. And then I also learned to not withhold information from anybody else that comes into that position, because why would I want to keep somebody from making extra bread? Makes absolutely no sense. I know I won't be there all the time. And then that's why a lot of people, and then also the other girl that was there, she knew too, and she didn't say nothing about it. And then, but the thing is, I couldn't really get mad at her because I wasn't on shift with her. They was always putting me on shift like in the morning time with the head beauty advisor. So I never really knew what was going on. Yeah, they started to not like me after that. Even the girl at night, really, she had some type of way about, she would get mad when I'm telling you, that place was just full of workplace bullies. I just didn't like working there because there was a lot of people, like, even when you knew you don't know how to face quickly, and people like, oh my gosh, she's still place. Instead of coming over there and showing me like, okay, just pull this to the front, pull this to the front, pull this to the front, you gotta be faster, let me help you, this and third. They was just like, oh my gosh, she's still over their faces. They wouldn't help me. It was a whole lot of stuff with that store. It was a whole lot of stuff with that company. But that, I believe, after leaving the company, I realized that company was full of a lot of workplace bullies, and they was already bogged down by a whole bunch of customers coming at them all sideways. They got to keep the numbers up. But even with all of that, because I was put in positions of power too, and I never saw myself as a workplace bully. If anything, I wanted to make the work environment easy for everybody. But that ended up making me a target even as a manager. So that's a whole nother situation entirely. When you're a manager amongst other managers and they're even bullying you, I was like, maybe I just had that error about me. I don't know. But let me jump to the comments real quick. I know that was a lot. Let's see. Whew. It's a lot. I missed a lot. Y'all, that was a long story, but here we go. Here we go. Okay, so jumping back, B says she was guilty by association. She said, so I was bullied about being a bully. Maybe that's not funny. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you could be bullied about being a bully too. Let me see. Bianca said, I was never really bullied, but I didn't like the fact that I was lumped into the BS. I get it. Let me see. Ronan said it's a serious issue, especially for adults. Try said, if you're an adult, you shouldn't be bullying anybody. What's up, JB? Thank you for joining Think Different TV tonight. Yeah, so it's just a lot, y'all. It's definitely a lot. Ooh, what did I just do? It's definitely a lot with that whole situation, but that's definitely, whew, one of the things that I knew I was being bullied, because there's no way you can just go and just withhold all this information from me. Like, why are we doing this? So the effects of workplace bullying. All right. So there's anxiety, depression, insomnia, relationship strain. So you might go home and you might take that out on somebody that you with, because you're going through so much craziness at the job. You feel me? So substance abuse, drugs and booze, or a sense of hopelessness if not addressed. So I'm going to go into this video right here, these couple of videos that talk about workplace bullying and people's experiences with them.
Women in the workplace are bullied or harassed by another woman.
This is 100% true. Now, I've been bullied by both men and women in the workplace, and they were both bad, but they were different kinds of bullying. The male bullying was aimed at sabotaging me for failure and making me look like I wasn't technically competent at my job. They wanted to appear smarter than me. The woman bullying was psychological warfare, controlling, trying to destroy my image, trying to make me look lazy, trying to make me look like I didn't have a work ethic, or at least a very poor work ethic. She was directly going after my character and how people saw me at work. The female bully was much harder to deal with the male bully. When I told people I was being bullied by a male, immediately people wanted to step in and defend me. With a woman, no one gave a shit. It was like, well,
I look crazy right now. I just got off work, but I was gonna ask, have any of you guys ever dealt with workplace mobbing? Because months ago, like months and months ago, I dealt with it where it was like the whole store like ganging up on me, and they wanted me to quit. I didn't. I stayed because I knew that that was what they wanted, and I was not gonna let that happen. But we ended up, like, some of them apologized to me. Everything was fine, chilled out a lot, and now we have a new manager that's in here, and her and one of the kitchen managers, which I am also a kitchen manager, but the other kitchen manager, have been like nitpicking and like targeting me for no reason, and I don't know what to do. I don't. Like, I want to quit because I'm just so over it. I don't want to deal with it again. It took so much mentally on me. Like, it took a toll.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm a master's and board certified nurse. I want to share about a time I was bullied at work. So I remember I was a newer nurse, and there was this older nurse on the floor who, if she was having a bad day, the whole unit was going to have a bad day. It was just kind of toxic, and I got through it by basically avoiding her, and it worked for a while until I started to train to be a charge nurse on the floor. When I became a charge nurse, she would just look for every mistake I did, point it out, and then if she couldn't find anything, then she would make things up. My favorite was when she went to my boss to tell them that I was leaving the unit to go make out with doctors. Thank you. I'm busy enough with my patients. I don't do that. Anyways, I finally had my last straw with her when a coworker came and told me, like, hey, she's talking about you in the break room and she's speaking to other people in a language I don't speak, so I can't verify it. And I was like, gosh, enough is enough. So, I didn't go and call her out in front of everybody. I went and found her when she was quietly charting by her patients. And I just didn't go into specifics either. I just asked her, like, hey, I feel this tension between us. Is there something I did to you? Is there something that can fix it? I really want us to get along. And her response is, oh no, nothing's wrong. You know me, I would tell you. I'm straight like that. And I'm just like, okay, so we're not gonna talk about it. And, it was frustrating because I wanted to resolve it, but I think it worked out in the end because her behavior did change after that conversation, even though I felt like she lied through her teeth to me. And so bullying can be frustrating at work because you want to be right. You're being the victim in this situation, but sometimes you just have to settle for like a change in behavior. Do you have any stories with bullying at nurse work?
Hi. So I'm Kira and I work at the Hooters in Baltimore, and I'm filming this because I hope that it reaches the right people. I have a manager, well, a former Hooters girl who recently became a manager, that thinks that it is okay to belittle me, to bully me, to curse at me, to call me insane, even though I have a documented disability, all in front of customers at the workplace. It has become toxic. At this point, I have complained about her, and they said they were going to set up mediation, but basically little to nothing has been done. Every time I work with her, she singles me out. Everybody else in the restaurant can do something, like talk to another table, for example, but as soon as I do it, I get yelled at. I get followed around and cursed at. I get told that I am acting like a fucking toddler. I get told that I'm fucking insane, which I already mentioned, and it's gotten to the point where literally after every shift I have with this girl, I start crying. And there's no reason why I deserve this treatment, that I should get talked down to, bullied, talked to in the manner. I've never cursed at this girl, but she thinks it's okay to curse at me. She thinks it's okay to get into my face, even though I'm standing there and I'm like, I don't deserve this treatment. I would like if you treated me with respect. But I'm just hoping that this gets to corporate. Hooters in Baltimore is a franchise, so I mean, the most that they could do is just go to the general manager or the owner, but I'm just hoping that this reaches people so that they know what's going on. Because I shouldn't be treated like this. I got sent home for no reason, except for this girl not liking me. So, yeah.
Oh, honey child. Oh my gosh. She just hit a nerve with that last line, y'all. Cause I could talk about this all day. I've been in workplaces where this is just, I don't know if it's just the atmosphere of corporate, but I even sensed it when I was in a business. It's just crazy. I'm like, am I just that type of person that attracts these bullies? And am I a target because I'm a nice person and people see me take my kindness for weakness? I don't know. When she said she was sent home for no reason, oh my gosh, my meter went up. Cause I could tell y'all some stories all night long, but I'm not even gonna go into that. Instead, I'm gonna share this one comment by Brink Young. He said, the two people who bullied me at my previous job actually worked under me. I was their boss. They were often disrespectful to me because they knew that my boss wouldn't do anything. Every time I defended myself verbally, they would go to HR to get me in trouble. It was stressful. They hated me, and I didn't do anything to them. I eventually went to my boss, and he talked to them. Nothing changed. Who are you triggering me with that one too? I'm telling you. As a shift lead, I got no respect. It was kids younger than me, 18, 20 years old, and I was like, how do you even know about an HR? When I was young, their age, and I was working for the same exact drugstore, I knew about HR, but I didn't go run into HR about everything. Like, who raised y'all? Like, y'all can't take a little bit of criticism. Y'all can't take directions. Y'all can't take, like, I don't know what's up with these people. and being sent home for no reason. Oh my gosh, I got put on a 3-day suspension all because I did not want to take this write-up because I felt I shouldn't have got written up. I wouldn't sign it because that's acknowledging that I did what was in said write-up. You're not going to get me. I'm not boo-boo food, okay? And so because I didn't sign it, the manager felt the need to send me home for 3 days. For 3 days. And then she said, when you come back, we're going to talk about the rest of your employment. And guess what? I was fired on the 3rd day I was home over the phone. And then they said the reason why I got fired was because I attacked her, even though it was video that showed me not attacking her. So I'm telling you, these days, I think doing this particular thing is the trigger something at me. But I will say this, y'all. Never let them see you sweat. Never let them see you sweat. Never let them see you get upset or, out of character, because they're going to use that against you too. Yeah, they was going to HR about every little thing. And I was like, first of all, how y'all even know? I was like, how y'all even know about an HR? And what really pissed me off is like upper managers telling the employees, like, if the managers do anything wrong, we have an HR number. But you're supposed to handle that stuff in-house first. You feel me? Like, why is you telling people to just run to HR? Are you not equipped to deal with the situations that's going on inside of your own store? Like, so you just go to HR. Like, HR ain't got real serious stuff they got to deal with. Them getting mad because, oh, she giving me work that she could have gave such and such. No, Negro, you need to be you need to grab a broom and sweep too. Like, it's not just such and such job to sweep. You can sweep too. I was appalled. I was flabbergasted. I was taken aback. Like, anyway. Whew. Let me jump back into this topic, y'all, because I'm getting a little. Try. You up there giggling and laughing and stuff. Listen, it's getting me hot, all right? Because this is something that I'm actually very passionate about. Okay? So anyway, taking a stand against workplace bullying. All right, we want to do that. But let's jump into these videos real quick.
My mom woke up bad today. But what does it have to do with you? Absolutely nothing. But see, when people wake up feeling some kind of way, and they tend to want to take it out on other people, try to make your life hell today, don't let them. That's a reflection of them. It has nothing to do with you. They will sit up here and let somebody else who woke up angry and irritated, they go to work, want to make your life hell because they're miserable. Think about it like back in school, when you had that bully. A lot of times, you look at like, why is this kid so mean? Why they come to school, he picking on people, sitting in class, minding your business, not bothering nobody. Now he's got something slick to say. You understand? These bullies grow up. They grow up and they get jobs. And when they go to their jobs, they do the same stuff. They still find people to mess with. They still wake up mad. They still wake up irritable, except for now, some of these people have positions of power where they have the ability to make you miserable. You know what I'm saying? They have the ability to scare you and have you wondering if you're going to still have your job. A lot of people don't talk about workplace bullies, but I think that's something that it needs to be talked about. We talk about narcissists in our personal relationships, but do we sit and talk about narcissists when they become managers? Narcissists when they start running organizations? Narcissists when they start keeping you from getting raises because they want to make your life miserable because you're not doing what they want you to do, because those people exist in the workplace too. These narcissists wake up feeling some kind of way, decide they want to give you extra projects, extra things to do. You may not have known anything about it. They say one thing, they switch up on you. These clowns are real, man. They're real in the workplace. but don't let that person get to you. Just like how you have to handle a narcissist that you're in a relationship with or that you're getting away from, you got to handle that manager or that workplace bully the same exact way, and you're going to have to teach that individual how to treat you. Now, fortunately, most businesses have a human resources department, and if you don't know, my background is in human resources. That's what I studied. I studied education and human resources in college, and I graduated with my degree in HR. So if you're dealing with somebody like this that's toxic at work, first thing you want to do is let them know, hey, I need you to stop, because you have to address the behavior. The second thing you need to do is notify the HR department that you are being bullied at work, because you don't need to get up. You trying to do what you got to do. You got somebody else that's miserable and hates themselves, making your life miserable at work. There are policies and procedures put into place at about every single organization to combat that. So when you're dealing with somebody like that at work, handle them. Let them know to their face. A lot of times they don't realize they could be confronted. You confront them in a very professional way. You handle them and you report them. But don't let them get to you today. Got this.
Grown-up PSA. If you think bullying ends when you leave high school or college, you're wrong. Did you know that 75% of workers are actually bullied in the workplace? It just tends to be more mental versus physical, and that's the difference between school-age bullying and workplace bullying. Here's the kicker. Bullying isn't illegal in the US, but harassment and discrimination are. So identifying the kind of bullying that you're experiencing, if you are experiencing it, could lead to litigation if you press charges. Here's my point though. Any behavior like that should not be tolerated in any kind of situation. Document everything. And if you address it with leadership and they still allow it, it's a problem with the leadership. You're too important for that.
I want to talk today about workplace bullying, but not the type that may spring to mind, which are managers who yell and become irate at their employees. I'm talking about managers who are more manipulative to their employees, telling them to do one thing, for example, so they do that, and then they say, why did you do that? You know, because you told me so. No, I didn't, blah, blah. That type of nonsense that goes on. It's still a cowardly act, and it's much more underhanded, but it's not something that you ever have to put up with. So with all cases of being bullied or harassed at work, you want to document it either on a notebook, on a Word document, sending yourself emails, anything like that, to build up a pattern so you can say when it happened, what was the context, and so on. And then you speak to the manager one-on-one in a private meeting and tell him or her to stop. And a lot of these managers will stop because most bullies, as I've said before, are nothing more than cowards, just drunk on their own power. But if it doesn't stop, you also send a note to HR. Don't expect any help from HR, but the point is that if you need to show it down the road that you alerted HR to the situation, you can, and you have it in writing. And then honestly, it's time to look elsewhere, because it is not your job to manage your manager when he or she is that rude and unprofessional. It is your job to fix your situation and find a professional organization where you can be treated fairly and you can be helped along to grow into your role and be given more responsibility and so on. You don't have to love everything about where you work, but you should be respected and you should feel safe at work always.
So guys, in closing, you want to take a stand against workplace bullying. These are the steps you can take. Know what bullying looks like. All right. Watch for workers that could be targeted. Focus on job performance. Promote a positive workplace culture. Investigate complaints promptly. Provide training on workplace policies. Encourage a zero tolerance environment, and call bullying what it is. All right. So these are ways that you can be a part of the solution rather than part of the problem. But one thing that happens is evil triumphs when good men or women do nothing. So it's always good to call out the bully, call them out for what you see, but you don't have to be all like superhero to the rescue. You can be like, if you see something happen, document it, write down the time, the day, all of that stuff, who was involved, even if you weren't the one being bullied. Because see, that along with the victim statement can help put that bully in his place or her place. All right. So I want to thank you guys for listening tonight. I hope this info has helped someone. And this concludes, I'm sorry, this concludes the hot topic for tonight.
I'm coming in hot.
So guys, like I said, this is only the first part, right? So every part, it gets deeper and deeper. All right. Next week's topic is going to be adult bullying amongst friends. Y'all think it can't happen? It definitely can. So before I go into this next segment, I want to shout out our sponsor, which is Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no additives, no chemicals. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get you Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG at Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, please call 267-707-8279. Captain is waiting for your call. All right, guys, that is our sponsor, Euphoria Water. Now, the next segment I had planned was the music topic of Chris Brown and the AMAs, and do you think he suffered enough for what he has done against Rihanna and everything like that? But as I already talked about in my Hit It and Quit It, the AMAs said that they just simply dropped the performance because it wasn't, maybe they're just trying to save face. But they say that performances get dropped all the time, and it was just a little miscommunication, and this has nothing to do with Brown's history or whatever like that. It has nothing to do with Brown. It definitely has to do everything with the fact that they just get rid of performances like that. But it's kind of like you might want to scrap that before the person puts all the effort and energy into doing the rehearsals and getting these dancers together and teaching them routines, and him get his hopes all up. Do I think they gaslighting? I think so. I think they're just trying to save face. They want people to still watch their AMAs, which I'm not going to do. But that just goes to show you, like, sometimes your past mistakes, past transgressions can definitely come back to bite you in the butt. Should it, if all is forgiven? No, but it happens. So that's all I got to say about that topic. Y'all can sound off in the comments while I jump into my financial tip. And yeah, so let me get to that video. So yeah, this is the Shia's financial tip. I don't know why it didn't show Shia's financial tip. Okay. I didn't show it. Maybe y'all saw it on the other end, but I ain't seen it on mine, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? But anyway, my financial tip is this. So we all had Black Friday on Friday. I know I did a little bit of shopping. I should have did it, but I did. Like, girl, I ain't gonna do it. I did it. But what is Black Friday? Did you think that Black Friday did you think that Black Friday was always a day for deals following Thanksgiving? I hope not. But if you did, well, honey, I have a story for you. Picture this. It's September 24th, 1869. There's a financial crisis, specifically the crash of the U.S. gold market. Now listen, Jay Gould and Jim Fisk, well-known ruthless Wall Street financiers, worked together to buy up much of the nation's gold, hoping to drive the price and to sell for astonishing profits. So they wanted to buy all the gold, all right, so the demand will be high, all right, and the price will go up because the demand is high, is scarce, you know. So people want to go for something that's rare or whatever, so the price goes up on things that are rare, right? And they thought they was going to sell it for all this money. However, that Friday the conspiracy unraveled, sending the stock market into a free fall and bankrupting everyone from barons to farmers. So yeah, that was a little oopsie whoopsie that they pulled. But that's why there's a Black Friday, okay? Now, a lot of people have heard, oh, Black Friday is, the whole year these stores have been in the red, but now this is a way for them to get back into the black, which is in the profit side of things. Yeah, yeah. And there has also been stories about it had something to do with slaves back in the day, that they used to sell slaves for cheaper after Thanksgiving. I don't know how true that is, but that's also a thing that goes around. But that's the real reason for Black Friday. The other stories are, this one is ding. So yeah. So guys, I see that there are 7 people watching right now. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you hit that notification bell, like, share, comment. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, then hit the notification bell, because you don't want to do it the opposite way around, because it's not going to work that way. But but yeah, and also share the live, because I'm sharing information and I want people to hear this information. And I can only do so much sharing. And I know it's people that that I don't know. So help me, help you, help them, help everybody around the world. Anyway, so that was my financial tip. And now we're going to go into our Jeopardy, which I'm sure a lot of people have been waiting for, because for said Jeopardy, I bring some people in here. They answer a few questions, and whoever wins gets a Think Different TV pin. So no, maybe they might get one. Maybe. But they definitely get $20 cash. All right. I know you're not too excited about the daggone pins, so we're just gonna keep it moving. All right. But I do have Think Different TV pins. All right. And I have a stainless steel travel mug too. I have a lot of Think Different TV merchandise. You can check it out on www.thinkdifferenttv.biz. All right. Try said people are scared to battle them. Whatever. I don't think that's it. Oh, here it is. There's a green room. Oh, okay. All right. That's not what I want. It's not what I want. I want to share the information with you guys so that, here we go, broadcast info. No, that's not it. How did I do this before? Oh, yes. Duh. All right, y'all. I'm copying the link. I'm going to post it in the comments. All right. And paste it in the comments. And so there's the link, guys. because we're going to get into the sad season Jeopardy. Ooh, sad season Jeopardy. Do you know these famous sages? All right, here's how my Jeopardy works, right? While I wait for the guests to come in so they can win this $20 cash at prize. First of all, first rule, you must have a cash at. You must have a cash at to receive your $20 prize. Also, this is Sad Season Jeopardy. Jeopardy, as you know, if you've ever watched an episode of Jeopardy on TV, you must answer in the form of a question. So, if I ask you what color, this color of the sky is this, you must answer what is blue. If you do not answer in the form of a question, the answer will be wrong. Even if the answer is right, it will be wrong. I might give you a little bit of time to catch yourself, but if you don't, and then the other person will get a chance to steal. This has happened before, so don't let it happen to you. And I have 13 questions tonight. They're all sages. All right. I try to do my best to make it all sages. And there's 300-point questions, there's 3 200-point questions, there's 3 300-point questions, and there's 3 400-point questions, and a final Jeopardy. Now, I see that we have some guests. We have the same people every week. I want to get some different people. I love y'all, but I would like to get some different people. Half the time, Reg ain't even paying attention, and Try is in here, but he's here every week. I need some different people, and y'all see. Here's the thing, right? They don't ever tell nobody that this happens because they want to haul all the money for themselves. Like, I'm just playing because I know that Tribe been sharing it with people. I ain't gonna lie, he hasn't put the word out there. But maybe they are scared to join because you are phenomenal and Reg is phenomenal as well. Now, Reg, can I just ask you this question? Are you going to actually win this week and not play with my emotions? Because you last week was so daggone close and you let Try come back on you, and it made me very mad. Mainly because he's a Giants fan, and I hate all Giants fans with a passion. Hate. But yeah, and I see you in the car. Okay, all right, you already off work. What's going on?
Just got off work, just chilling before I see my girl and shit, trying to show you some love and shit.
All right, okay. All right, y'all. Hey, is there any more people out there that's watching that want to get on this Jeopardy? Because I'm tired of it. I love you guys. I love you so much. And I mean no disrespect when I say this, but I'm tired of y'all. Y'all see the link in the comment. Y'all need to jump on this money, okay? I don't understand it.
You know, I'll be helping you. I can help you promote and shit, you know.
I appreciate that. But don't wait until like 2 minutes before the Jeopardy to try to promote it and then be like, oh yeah, and there's a Jeopardy tonight.
Nah, because I'll be at work and shit too, and I'll be like, by the time I'm clearing up, that's when like I just be jumping on and shit.
So guys, real quick announcement before we jump into the Jeopardy, because it's not going to take us that long because these guys are quick with it, okay? Like I said, your girl is performing at Play and Players, okay? Plays and Players at 1714 Delancey Street in Philly. It's called The Experience, all right? It's Friday, December 9th. It's at 9 p.m. Doors open at 8 p.m. All right, all my late folks, doors open at 7. All right. Poet Demetrius Ford will be there, and I will also be sharing the stage with my bro B Brown. We will be doing the daggone thing. For those of you who do not know, I do sing a little shoo-wop doo-wop. And I want to shout out my sponsor real quick, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. You know how we do it. It is good and it's good for you. And if you're gonna hydrate, make sure you hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria water today, and that is our sponsor, and that is my show. So y'all need to come out and enjoy. Oh, Hadia says she tried. I don't know how to do it. It's okay, honey. We about to jump into it. And at least we know we got a competitor for next week. Or do y'all want? I want to wait, but I don't want to hold up time. We don't want any dead air. So next week, I want to show you how to jump on StreamYard, Hadia, so that you can jump in and win some money too. All right. So here we go, y'all. We're going to jump into our Jeopardy, Sagittarius season Jeopardy. What am I talking about? First question, 100 points. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, 100-point question. This Sag was both bait and held up long before he was a hitman in Horrible Bosses. Try.
Who is Jason Bateman?
Nope. Reg, nothing?
I don't know.
You lost? All right. Again, the answer was this Sag was both bait and held up long before he was a hitman in Horrible Bosses. The answer is, what is Jamie Foxx? Or who is Jamie Foxx? Sorry, who is Jamie Foxx? Yeah, he was in both bait and held up. I'm sorry, guys. Little play on words. All right. So here we go. Oh, snap. Let me write down the score with my Think Different TV pen. I'm going to spring for a Think Different TV notebook too. Watch. All right. Try and Reg. So far, y'all both got goose eggs. All right. This next one. This Sag used to have girls all over the globe. I saw Reg first.
Who is Jay-Z?
Who is Jay-Z? Yes, that is who it is. All right. So that's 100 points for you. So this next one. Oops, this Sag did it again and became toxic. Try.
Who's Britney Spears?
Who is Britney Spears? Yes, it is Britney Spears. She been looking a little crazy lately. But she been looking happy too. She happy too. So you got, take the good with the bad. All right, 200-point questions. All right. Scroll down. All right. So now wait for me to finish the whole answer, y'all. Okay. This Sag's single, Super Freaky Girl, samples Rick James' Super Freak. Reg.
Who is Nicki Minaj?
Who is Nicki Minaj? She is definitely a Sag. All right. So here's the next one. This Sag played Will's girlfriend Jackie on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Reg.
Who is Tyra Banks?
Who is Tyra Banks? You knew that one real quick. You was like, that's my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend.
Back when she had a big forehead and shit.
Huh?
Back when she had a big forehead and shit.
Well, she still do got a big forehead. Don't let the hair fool you. She be covering it up though. And then Rihanna had one and she made it cool. But everybody was ragging on Tyra Banks for her big forehead, right? So here we go. Last 200-point question. This Sag's thank you speech for winning Album of the Year was rudely interrupted by Ye. Reg.
Who is Beck?
Wrong. Try.
Who is Taylor Swift?
Who is Taylor Swift? Beck. Who is Beck?
You said Album of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what he did on the Grammys and shit.
He interrupted Taylor Swift, and he came out and said Beyonce had the greatest album of all time.
It was a video. Oh, never mind.
That was the VMAs.
Yeah.
And she had the video of the
It was
year.
video of the year.
Yeah, that was the VMAs.
That was my bad. But I only remember Ye interrupting one person. He interrupted somebody else.
Yeah.
He gotta stop doing that. All right. Jeez, my bad. Well, still Try got it, but but Reg, you still in the lead. You got 500. Try has 300. We're going into the 300-point questions. All right. So this said judge alongside Diddy and Meghan Trainor on reality competition The Four. Try.
Who was DJ Khaled?
Who is DJ Khaled? We the best. All right. So that was 300 for Try. All right. This Sage played the iconic Brenda in the Scary Movie series. Reg.
Who is Regina Hall?
Who is Regina Hall? And I know sometimes you gotta think like which Regina, right? Because we be saying Regina King all the time. We're like, no, that's Regina Hall right there. That's Regina Hall right there. All right. Next question. This Sage also goes by Trigger or Mr. Still Your Girl. Try.
It was Trey Songz.
Who is Trey Songz? And when they said Mr. Still Your Girl, I didn't know he meant Still Your Girl. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that too soon?
No, you can say it. You can say it.
Yeah, hot water right now for that.
Yep.
Okay, y'all. Here we go. 400-point question. It's going to get a little harder. Well, I mean, if you know it, then you know it. All right. Here we go. This Sage was on Demon Time when she had an altercation with Bill Murray on the set of Charlie's Angels. Try.
Who was Lucy Liu?
Who is Lucy Liu? Dang, Try, how you know about that?
I watch movies.
All right, next question. Well, next answer. This Sage's character fell in love with Queen Latifah's character in the comedy Bringing Down the House. Reg.
Who is Eugene Levy?
Who is Eugene Levy? Yes.
Classic movie.
Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is a classic movie. That is a classic movie indeed. It enforces all the stereotypes. I mean, the racism was just wow. It was perfect. Queen Latifah was jiggling all up and through that joint, shucking and jiving. I'm sorry, my bad. Anyway. Last 400-point question. This Sage, y'all gotta wait for the whole answer. This Sage has solidified her role in the Marvel Avenger movie series as Black Widow. Damn it, try.
Who was Scarlett Johansson?
Who is Scarlett Johansson? Yes, it's definitely Scarlett Johansson. All right, I'm going to add these points up. 1, 2, 3. Carry the food. All right. So, Try. You have 1,700 points. Reg, you have 1,200 points.
Oh,
here we go. We're now in Final Jeopardy. I hope you have your pen and your paper ready. I have my Think Different TV pen ready. Okay, Think Different TV pens. I'm sorry, I'm just putting it out there. I hope you have your pen and paper ready. Now, y'all have to make your wager. Try. You go first. How
I'm
much are you
wagering
wagering tonight?
everything. All 17.
Everything.
Yes.
He's doing 1,700. All right. Reg,
Everything at this point.
everything. Go all in. All right.
Gonna get
Here
some
we
money,
go.
man.
Final Jeopardy it is. This Sag was the first to have a news show on Comedy Central. There you go. Boom, boom. Before we go to the answers, we want to go to our sponsor. Our sponsor is Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG under Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want to have Euphoria Water delivered to your home, please hit up Captain at 267-707-8279. That's 267-707-8279. All right. So this is our final Jeopardy. And we want to go to our challenger, Reg. You wagered 1,200 points. The answer was, this Sag was the first to have a news show on Comedy Central. What is your answer?
I said, who is Jon Stewart?
Who is Jon Stewart? Yes, that is the correct answer.
I was right.
You was right.
Oh shit! I just fucking guessed. Oh shit! Oh shit! What the fuck?
Try. The champion. Who did you put down? Who is Jon Stewart? Absolutely. Guys, this was so good. Y'all both answered correctly. However, Try has the most points with 3,400. And so he goes home with the $20 cash app. But listen, Reg, you have been a great sport. So you get $10 cash app tonight. All right, for participating. I appreciate both of you guys. Y'all both did a bang up job. I didn't think either of y'all was gonna get it. I thought I was the only person that probably do that. Cause it was so long ago. But you guys knew it. It was either that or the hot girl off In the House. But I didn't want to do that one because she's not so hot no more. She's still hot, but her spoon is hotter. So
stop it.
I'm terrible. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for participating. I appreciate you guys. See you next week. Make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna do adult bullying amongst friends and see how that works out. And next week, maybe we'll do another Sag season Jeopardy. Maybe it might be a different topic. I don't know. It's however I feel, because I can do whatever I want because it's my show. So we might have something totally different next week. Plus, I don't want y'all to do any research before, because I know probably Try was up there researching all the Sages and celebrities, just was waiting for that one clue. Like, I know who this is. Because I was like, how the hell do you know about Lucy Liu and Bill Murray? Cheating mug. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate you guys. Your money is on its way. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. You do too.
No problem. All right, guys, that concludes another episode of Think Different TV. Think Different TV is brought to you by our sponsor. Our sponsor is Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way, get your Euphoria Water today. And you know, Think Different TV could not be made possible without viewers like you. So I appreciate all of you who tuned in tonight here on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that like button and turn on the notification bell on our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any episodes, replays, or exclusive interviews from Think Different TV. This has been a wonderful episode, and make sure y'all tune in next week. I love you guys. Bye.
Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Ashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Come on and join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet.
You're the reason I